Welcome to the Will and Captain Pickles show.
Where is he?
There he is.
Good morning. Good morning, children. Where's my arm? Hello, children. It's Captain Pickles on the Gold Coast. Good morning.
Good morning.
Why did we stay up so late?
Mate, it's called a reunion.
It was.
It was. It was a wonderful, wonderful time.
Impromptu.
Very, very impromptu when we rocked up and saw your face out the front.
Oh, you took my parking spot. It was perfect timing. Talk about rock star.
Mate. So, for anyone who doesn't know who's sitting here with Captain Pickles, this is William Webber. One fun young man from when I moved to Bondi originally. I got to Bondi and there was Bill Power, he was the older guard, Richard Cram, Shane Horan, Fozzie.
Oh, my God.
Corro.
Oh.
And then the Groms were Will and Ben Webber and Davo Davidson.
Oh.
What a time that was.
Left in the corner.
Left in the corner. That taught me to surf a rip bowl.
Yeah. And backhand 3-0 City.
Backhand 3-0s. Oh, boy.
Man.
But
What year are we talking?
We're talking 87.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. 6 channels? Dalbergs?
No. Double fly round off or sawn off square tails.
But Dalbergs?
Dalbergs.
Yeah, you turned up with Dalbergs.
Actually turned up with Kent Mannings.
Yeah, I thought there might have been something first.
And they didn't really work there.
That's when surfboards, you knew where the guy was from.
Yes.
From his board.
Correct.
Like Queensland rails were like that.
Yeah. And small fins for Queensland boards.
Yep.
And they just slid everywhere in that south corner left Bondi.
Perfect for it.
Perfect.
Perfect for the cavitation backhand 3-0. You cheat.
But then, all the boys, I watched Billy Power just muscle his way through every left-hander to about 8 vertical backhand turns and just not much style to it, but he was really powerful.
Oh, man. Where was the time for style? It was just mechanical.
It was mechanical, up and down, up
but
and down.
But not boring mechanical.
Oh, no.
Like some can be.
No, throw buckets of spray, and I went, I want one of them.
Well, we spoke about this over the phone a couple of weeks ago, and we did count to 8. Me, Ben and Davo with Bill Power.
Yeah.
You might have got 9. And as I said, I think I got to 11.
11.
Those
We
last
like
4
that
in
number.
the last inch of the, right in the corner, right into Margaret Dupre.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Mate, they were the days. I moved down there because we'd done a trip to Bells and we stopped in there on the way back. There were no contests in Queensland anymore at that time, and the APSA was raging.
Best days on earth.
Best days on earth. And we had the APSAs and the trials events into the main events of what we call the World Tour now.
They were like a week to 10-day comp.
They were. There were 96 to 120 trialists. And then the top 32 that we'd have to surf against if we made the top 16. If we made the top 16.
Got there.
Oh, surely you made 1, Wilbur.
No, not one.
Not one.
3-2 was Sanger at Burleigh, and Shane said to me he needed it more. I was like, oh, God, maybe.
Well, I will need you to speak into the mic a little bit
more.
Yeah, a little
bring
more.
it a bit closer.
Yeah, that's probably. Don't need to be sucking on it, mate. Settle down.
Get on there, sunshine. Well, we're that close.
Now we were shooting some fire last night over a couple of cold ones, and a lot of laughs were had.
There's one that got away.
We were sort of screaming out, going, "Where's the camera? Why aren't we recording now?"
Oh yeah, all the gold was last night. We're down to the pewter.
Yeah, we are, but we won't get kicked off YouTube with the pewter.
Computer.
Well, we were planning on destroying the whole thing, weren't we? The whole system. We're going to bring it down with this conversation.
Well, we might warm up.
The communism of surfing.
Oh, that's pretty much it. I think
that's what the talk was about.
We agreed on it.
Mate, dictatorship.
We may as well go. The book's out. When did you start to see the rot?
Mate.
I just smell something a little bit stinky.
Mate, there's been something stinky about competitive surfing forever. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What I do remember, though, is the guys originally, the Mick Mocks, the Bushy Mitchells.
Yep.
They were
Legends.
actually in it for the right thing.
Yep.
They ran the contest. They made no money from it. They were just in it for the love of the sport and to see that.
What are the worst thoughts?
But they wanted to see the sport progress. And they did the best they could. We had, what was Steve's name that ran the APS?
Chamberlain.
Steve Chamberlain. We had people,
Graham Cassidy.
really good people in it, and they made nothing from it.
Oh, God, no.
So you've got to remember just in life.
And none of them were pedophiles. Did the pedophiles come before or after?
Not that we know
The
of.
love. No. Well, that's a clean record to get out and just
Yeah.
keep your name.
Well,
Just.
we a few of us, including yourself, got invited.
What are you putting me into?
We got invited to join a certain group, and we said no, and we sort of got hammered for it.
I'm glad he's
and
putting we in there.
We said no.
Maybe
we
someone
said no.
said maybe.
Mate, is
Maybe I
is
did.
that what happened?
Maybe that's how I made it. I sold my soul for not much.
I remember this one person. He had his little group of boys going, and at the end, after he retired from what he was doing, he came up. He said, "I cost you 30 grand a year because you wouldn't join my little group."
What?
We won't go into
No.
names, but
How
yeah.
do you get a monetary figure on that?
Well, he had his little boys in that little group that he went into my sponsors and batted for them against me.
Oh, batting off your sponsors.
Well, yeah, no. I'm batting off
There's
someone.
too much innuendo going on here.
Way
Not
too
enough
much.
innuendo.
Yeah. You stopped me in my tracks.
We're 7 minutes in, and the sexual innuendo is just everywhere.
Yeah, in the communism.
Well, he's got Captain Pickles on his lap. He can't help himself.
He's comfy, eh?
Yeah, he looks
He's off
relaxed.
the leg hump. Good boy, mate.
Yeah, well, the leg hump. We all copped a serve last night
I
with
think
him.
we're all feeling slightly used and abused.
Oh, mate, like an innocent
I had to
prisoner.
go to bed with him at the end of it.
Well,
like
at
a
least
porn partner's husband.
he was excited.
Yeah, the comps, I mean, it's a good indicator to see if something's wrong with the sport. I mean,
Listen, what we've got to remember is it is all human judging, human, whether it be acrobats or whatever else. It's
Yeah.
no computer coming up with a clean answer. It's not a race.
it's
It's
not
not,
like you
not a
scan
start
it.
gun and a finish gun. There's no finish line.
yeah.
So, where everybody's going to have questions about, what did they see different to what I saw? We as ex-semi-professional surfers, there's so many things we've questioned throughout the time. I remember back in the day when Steve Fuchs, who was the head of judge on the World Tour, said, mate, for you guys to beat these guys at the top, you can't just beat them.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
you've got to smash
Oh,
them.
man. Yeah.
You've got to
to
smash
knock them
them.
out of the park.
Correct.
Yeah.
But,
Hence
listen,
the 3 2s.
that, things deteriorated big time. Okay, the Dream Tour came along. Actually,
Oh, man, our tour
let's
ended.
go back. Let's go back to the beginning where it all started falling apart. We are in France, and at that time we were all surfing in trials events to make the main event.
Yep.
But if we made the trials final, because there was a final for each trials
Yeah,
event, we would get prize money. So the top 4 in the trials would get prize money.
I didn't know that.
On,
You'd make the top 4 in the trials?
sorry, Will. Sorry, Will. Yeah, no, I won one trials event where I won $4,000
Oh,
just for the trials.
didn't see you after that.
No, I did, mate. I hid.
You would.
But-
Better than Powley's money, which is, I think, the story you're getting to.
Well,
France, that
pretty
year.
much same year.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw Powley win the event.
Third, I think. Beat Curran.
I don't know. He won $6,000.
Oh, that sounds like a world tour check.
Well, it was a world tour.
I mean, no,
check.
for the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, true.
$6,000 to be huge.
But yeah, Powley was a little bit naive and just left his $6,000 in cash in his bag in the competitors area, and basically went out partying. Came back to find his $6,000 gone.
But he knows who that was.
Who was that?
Oh, God. He turned up to the next comp with a bodyguard.
What? It was
He was
another.
an American guy. and
What,
he was
another
hanging with-
competitor?
yeah, and he was listening to Powley. I think he hit it under his towel on the beach, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
I'm starting to forget, but
But same trip. So that was in.
I can't believe he lived.
That was in Lacanau, that Powley won all that money.
Biarritz, I think.
No, Biarritz is where the meeting was.
Right. Yeah, the meeting.
The meeting.
Okay.
The dirty meeting.
The dirty meeting.
This is
Glad you
where.
remember.
Pickles. This is where Will really made me stand up and take notice of Will. He wasn't just that funny guy that carried on with Dave Davo and everyone else. We got dragged into a meeting and told that the way the tour was structured was going to be changed. And it was because the guys that were at the top weren't happy with us guys if we made a trials final on winning the extra money. And they wanted to double dip. So they came up with the idea of the World Qualifying Series. So they not only could go in their event and get paid for showing up, but they could go and be top seeds in the QS and be one round off the money.
Steal a bit of their trill.
And steal a bit of our
their
trill.
seed.
Yeah.
Jeez. And there was nothing around.
There was nothing around. And well, like I said, you made me really aware that you're much more intelligent than you let on in the day.
I got rid of those cells.
You got up there and you actually stood up in front of Bart and everybody else and said, hey, this isn't on. You're just trying to rate the kids' money.
Yeah.
You know, you guys get your money.
We were sleeping on the pavement.
We were sleeping wherever we
on
could.
the bitumen.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of it with curb box, everyone.
Yeah. So, like I said, it made me actually stand up and realise Will has a really good time. He makes a lot of jokes, but there's a really smart person back there because they were almost deceiving us back then because a lot of us were like, yeah, this is a really good idea. And then Will got up and put it in black and white and we went, oh.
It's pretty wild, actually, when I think back on it.
Oh. And well done, mate.
Because, well, the thing is, they were our heroes.
They were, but they turned into our anti-heroes.
They were just in front of us. It was like they were just hoarding their money.
Yeah.
You almost couldn't drop off the tour in the old days. If you're in the back 16, I think you only had to win a heat or two, maybe the top 16.
Yeah. 1
or 2 heats a year. So you shouldn't be in that position and lose any heats, really. I mean, so these guys had guaranteed income and then wanted more.
Yeah.
And to push us onto a tour when we'd lost the APSA. So there wasn't any money in the sport at our level.
No.
And we were paying $100 US to get into a comp then.
And you know, we'd go to Europe and it wasn't cheap to get there. Our dollar was worth 50 US cents at the time, if you remember that. And then even if 4 of you got a little room with 4 bunk beds, it was 500 US that's each for 4 of you.
Well, that was the other thing because the comp sponsor wanted to have the light of the weekend in summer.
It was summer school holidays in Europe.
Yeah. Everywhere is booked out. So, you know, even if you couldn't have booked it a year early.
No.
If you knew. So
Mate,
no wonder we were on the ground.
Mate, I swear, the first trip to Lacanau, we stayed in a room that they couldn't rent out. It was...
Sounds like I've been on tour with Toto.
It was actually like a murder scene.
Oh, yeah, believe it. Mate, we stayed, when I was in Toto, we stayed at a place of it anally, and I said that properly. He said no swearing. And the guy said, look, if a guy comes back, I've screwed the windows shut, so he shouldn't get in. If he comes back.
So, in other words, don't panic.
Yeah, just don't panic and pay your bill.
And pay your bill. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I just want money. Yeah, that was a funny time in the sport. And I've actually seen it degrade and degrade more and more. I'm actually seeing a revival coming on with the new CEO.
Thank you very much.
The new CEO of WSL. He's trying to.
You said, "Hey, that's an interesting development."
Yes, mate.
It was a she.
It's not. No, the she disappeared a couple of years ago.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Did she?
Yeah, Sophie's been gone for a few years now.
Yeah. No, it's not. They're not. They're still a little bit woke, but they're not going DEI at the moment.
They're not broke. Try not to go broke.
Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Listen, there's not much. There's no money in surfing. just to let everybody know out there that think everybody in surfing is killing it.
Oh, when was that? Only a surfer knows the feeling.
Yeah,
I mean, late
broke.
80s?
Yeah.
Was the heyday when people were getting tens of thousands in Australia?
No, I'd say it was late 90s.
Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah.
Late 90s,
Gold,
early 2000s.
massive teams.
Yeah.
Big boxes of clothing.
Big-
Corduroy wallets.
Velcro corduroy.
Velcro.
Oh, Velcro for
Yes,
sure.
Yes. But, listen, we were fortunate enough to get the big boxes.
I'll never forget my first box.
From which sponsor was that, Will?
Jesus.
Hold on.
It was from Billabong.
Hold on. I thought it might have been from Billy the Pigs.
It was actually, first box was near where that first box landed, actually. On the snooker table outside Mum and Dad's bedroom.
Oh.
1 Carlisle Street, you asked. And it came from Gordon Merchant.
There you go.
Stop now.
Stop.
Stop 5 minutes ago.
Stop. So, it has changed. They're trying to bring it back. They've brought a bit more excitement back into the sport now. There's, they had the contest at Burleigh. There was thousands of people there. They're bringing the pipe masters back.
Well, see that thing with Burleigh, they're really impressed with the crowd, the bums on seats.
Mm-hmm.
I've just heard about the car park here at Snapper that they're planning to turn that into a park, and I reckon that's got to be based on that contest having more bums on seats, which would be such short-sightedness. Oh, in this world?
Hold on.
Short-sightedness.
You're talking about a council, mate.
Yeah.
They want to take all the car parks away from where we live too. So,
Probably for homeless as well.
no, I think they're trying to force everybody to use public transport.
They'll be sleeping on it.
Mate, wherever there's cover.
We might be doing a podcast in it.
Why
Back in the
not?
322. Wouldn't be bad doing a podcast on the back of an old bus.
I think that's where Sterling Spencer started.
Yeah, they started at the back of a Sprinter. I'm pretty sure, Mercedes Sprinter.
Really? What's his story? Did he get hit on the head or something?
Yeah, pipe.
Wow.
He got a brain injury.
Jeez, he came out all suave, didn't he? Or svelte.
Felt.
You've come out svelte. Lucky you.
Is that like Speltlana?
Yeah. He's got that. How I feel falling asleep. Look.
I don't know whether he's baked the whole time.
Well, that's the thing. He just fell into baked.
He just is.
She just went, geez, you're nearly a vegetable. You just got baked. You'll be hot in
He's
nightclubs.
baked bean.
Just, keep it up.
Anyway.
Entendre. So Europe, okay, we had that meeting. Didn't go very well.
No, because no matter what we did, they were changing it anyway.
And I remember someone said, we're going to need someone to run it. And I don't want to say his name, but a very good mate, old hero, said, what, should it be you?
Yeah.
And I went, well, look, since I came up with the idea,
Yes,
maybe
why
you'd be
not?
top of the list or somewhere on the list, you'd imagine. Not that I was thinking that. It was just the point had to be made.
Correct.
No one's representing us guys, and we're bringing
And
100.
eventually, though, that did happen.
It did. Kieran Perot, the smartest man in surfing, he's got an abacus. He may not. That abacus still hasn't been found. He's so smart.
He didn't need the abacus.
No, he just imagined one. Sorry, Kieran, you've done nothing wrong to me in my life. No one has.
Actually, no, he's a really nice guy. Back, I do think it went down a little bit after he left. They went a little bit DEI for a while.
Well, that's just, the nature of the world. Like,
It is.
how did we get in it? I've got this analogy or story, it could even be. And it's just a beach just sitting there in the world. No humans. Then up turns a village and eventually, a couple of guys go swimming. Then a guy gets a log. This is the shortened version. How long's this podcast?
How many get eaten by a shark?
Well, we don't get to that point yet.
Okay.
But eventually a guy turns up and goes, hey, you guys are good at this. And then eventually, hey, which one's the best? I got an idea. Go forward however many decades and it's, can Toledo make it? Can he land the impossible triple aerial ladder job from last year. And then the whole thing just blows away. And there's the beach by itself empty. And you go, what the fuck was that? And you go, us, humans.
Yeah.
We just came. The thing was already perfect, just sitting there. And we just turn up and just fucking yell at each other and fuck off.
Well, you know, from a Christian point of view, yes, the world was perfect.
I swore.
That, you know what? Well, the world was perfect. It was a creation that was perfect. Human beings got given a chance and they messed up from the beginning.
Sorry. Yes.
Oh, you saying
There's my
sorry?
apology.
Okay,
I
mate,
put my apology in, God.
mate, I just put my hand up all the time and go, yeah, that was me.
I slipped.
I slipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
But,
foot
you know, and 1 foot after the other, we don't do a very good job.
1 foot on a banana peel, the other one in the grave, isn't it? Or 1 foot in the grave, one on a banana peel.
So the foot on the banana peel
Yeah, I don't know.
slips
I've
to
got
fall
one on
into
each
the
foot.
grave.
I've got
Okay.
one on each foot slipping in and out.
You right there, Cat?
Hey!
What was
Hey.
that?
Pick up the pace, eh?
You're getting tired. He must be
Well,
tired.
there was no tour for us. Once the big tour was over, were we still APSA days?
Listen, the APSA finished.
No, ASP, we're on that tour.
It was ASP. So
I only did half a year.
APSA was great for me for about 4 years.
Lucky.
And then Steve Chamberlain moved on. But what happens is the big tour sees the small tour coming good and they go, hold on, let's absorb that so we bring more money into the big tour.
Yeah.
Okay, so the APSA got absorbed. Like the PSAA in the States, it eventually got absorbed by the WSL.
It's a lot like what's happened with the big companies.
Yes.
What did we say last
big
night?
companies absorb the smaller company because they want total control. It's called communism, Will.
Yeah. Yeah, either start your company on drugs or
you
finish on drugs.
I didn't make that statement. Young Will made the statement.
That came out last night.
It did.
It's only because it's evidentially true. Unless you're in business now. Don't come looking for us. Just sponsor us.
Yeah, because you're legit.
Yes, the only ones, and we want to look after you. Remember Alien, the surf comp up here?
Yes.
I think they were coppers. Maybe I was paranoid.
Maybe
It was a clothing brand that came out of nowhere.
Maybe they just set that up so they'd catch as many surfers as they could.
Guys trying to buy 20s,
Yeah,
the big end of town guys.
that's right.
Mate, he got a foil? What a sting. Who thought of that?
Mate, you got to remember that you're going to jail for an ounce
In Australia.
in Queensland.
That was the last time I saw Joe Engle.
Oh, last time, you want to go on the Joe story?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so one of the last times I saw Joe, and I'd known Joe for a long time because him and my cousin actually surfed in a Pepsi Pro Junior together. And every time Joe saw me, he'd go, oh, your cousin, he did be in this heat. And it's like, oh, okay, Joe. But anyway, back to the story.
Must have been good.
He actually was.
Yeah.
Went to Olympics playing water polo as well. But anyway, Joe, I'm up on the hill at D-Bar watching the surf. And Joe's walked up and he's wringing wet. But he didn't have a board with him.
What?
And I've gone, mate, Joe, we out there in the surf? He said, yeah. I said, I didn't see. He said, no, you wouldn't. I'm a dolphin.
Oh, my God, the dolphin
The
period.
dolphin period.
I thought I was weird doing a switch foot period, but Joe was.
No, he was a dolphin.
Yeah, he went far past it.
Yeah, way far past it.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't do drugs, children.
Oh, well, that's the first time I met him. I was going to meet Sam Watts, catch up with him at Thelellen.
The
South
Thelellen?
Bondi. Thelellen. It's hard to say.
It is.
And
is
I'm
that like
knocking
Ellen DeGeneres?
But with a
A Ellen.
it's like if
Ellen.
Ellen was gay, just if she was.
Okay.
But yes, I've knocked
sure
on the
she's not
half
a
open
man?
door. Well, yeah, we won't go there. I probably will swear in a second. The door was slightly open. I'm knocking, and this voice goes, who is it? Too old for Sam Watts. I'm going, it's Will Webb. Will, I'm here looking for Sam Watts. He goes, Will who? I went, Will Webber. He goes, Monty's brother. I went, yeah. He goes, come in. I've walked in. I went, where is he? And all there is one wardrobe in the corner. and the door just opens. There's Joe, just fetal position with a orchie bong.
Oh, no.
And I just went, wow. Pre-pro, 84, he was getting ready. I think he got out of the water from Barton Lynch, and G'day was interviewing him with a roving mic and said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm not beating that guy. Got out of the heat halfway through. Went back to Llewellyn. Must have had one left to thumb.
A thumb?
Or thumbing.
Oh, okay.
Thumbing.
He was back there to have a thumb.
Back into the cabinet.
Right. All right.
Joe Engle, that throws it for that's a boomerang in surfing.
Well, that shows our age, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Not a boomerang. Left turn.
Mate, right off track.
I mean, Joe, bit more Joe. That it might have been 84 against Tom Carroll at Bells, all over him.
Yeah.
But the world was just into what Tom was doing. It looked like something he could keep talking about. Joe was ripping. Like a surfer will go, that was Joe's.
Well, Joe was very much a powerful surfer. And
that monkey style.
And he used every part of the board.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd move right up the front for the tube. You'd see him come out of the tube, do his bottom to come up and shuffle back, then drive into a big cutback.
Like a double foot shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the one he does at Burley, that cutback floater over the lip, it still hasn't been done.
No.
Like bang over like that on a single fin and keep that rail in. Like,
yeah, he was definitely
mental.
Before his time.
In a lot of ways.
I know what I want to talk to you about, Will, because we touched on this last night. You and I had a really good, actually, all three of us had a really good discussion.
Should have kept notes.
Yeah, we should have taken notes last night for sure. But we're talking about how you obviously shape your own boards. One of Will's, we've got one of Brandon's behind us just there. Yep. Obviously, your brother Greg, really well known, Weber surfboards.
That's why it's one of Will's, because it's not a Weber.
It's not a Weber, it's one of Will's.
Well, that's what it came from. Yeah.
Yep.
But what we're saying last night is like a lot of boards are now having to be like making boards overseas now. You get better margins than here in Australia. And you made a comment, I can't remember every word for words, we had a few cold ones, but it's talking about how because of the way the government's been, I guess you could say, taxing and putting costs up for manufacturers, that you're having to move offshore. And it's one of those things where Australia is probably the pinnacle of surfing culture and board designs in the world.
It really should be. Australia should be known for surfboards. Not cricket bats, not cars, not a football. It's these things. We make them the best. It should be the pride of this country.
But there is no money in them here.
The ones that, like my label getting made overseas now, pretty much we've turned Indonesia into our industrial estate.
But still using
Australian stuff.
Australian stuff.
I was going to call Rudd when he was in. So what's that? 08 or something.
Kevin 07.
Kevin 07. Should have remembered it was Bush 08. And I was going to call him up. Like, I've got the numbers of all the PMs. And just go.
Including the pedophile one?
Yeah. I'll hit him.
Yes.
So hot for the black book. And I was going to go, mate, what are you doing? You're going to just push this offshore. And it's taken all of, 20 years. What's that? Nearly 20 years. And it's just our industrial estate. There's no wall. There's no sucker fans in the clouds.
What about...
It's for this green bullshit.
How many surfboard manufacturing shops do you know of that have shut down in the last decade? A lot.
All, just about?
A lot. I know that...
Really? It's not all, obviously.
Nothing's getting glassed in Angari anymore, is it? Or
all
Yamba.
Gone.
All gone?
Sean Cansdell's moved in.
Okay.
But that instead of that being one guy turning up at the end, the death knell, it should be, we should have a super centre down there.
Correct.
With all their kids
knowing
the industry, learning, growing in the industry on all things, even podcasts. It should be a massive, big building. Instead, it's bloody crickets. There's nothing there.
Yeah. I mean, there's yourself, your brother, the Foxes, Rodney Daleberg. Keep
Mark
it going.
Richards, Thornton Philander, Nav Fox, Woody Jack, John Robbo's moved there from Vico. I mean, I used to count, I think there was 9 world-class shapers.
Wow.
And we've got to share that market.
Yeah.
Which, none of us have stood on each other's, toes. But
no, well, you know what the good thing is, Will? Every one of them are good enough to get people from everywhere else buying their boards.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, that's what's so special about the shapers from that area.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, mate, your market there is next to nothing.
Oh, God.
And it's spread between 9 or 10 of you.
I mean, Rod Dahlberg used to live on them all.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
True.
And deserved it.
Yeah, you know, and the good thing was, I think the thing that benefited Rod was he had Occy on his boards back in the day, Gary Green, you know, and because of that, that actually had us young guys frothing on his boards as well.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to get on his boards.
You know what's interesting? You just mentioned Greenie, because I don't think Occy's a good salesman for boards.
No.
Which is bizarre. Best surfer maybe ever, best stance for sure ever, but doesn't match most people's body shape. So it just doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Greenie, what a great memory, because that's right when you got on him.
Correct.
Dog got on him, Davo got on him. I remember Davo saying, they don't catch. And Rod said, they're not meant to. But Greenie was more, people could identify with that
Correct.
physique. And for his technique and style, he probably put Rod more in everyone's mind than Occy.
Well, he
At that time anyway.
See, I think Occy was a good marketing thing for Rodney because he was Occy.
Oh, just the best photos.
Okay, but I don't think I could ride Occy's boards.
That's the thing.
Okay, but
That's
I could ride Gary Green's board.
And this is the thing, like I was watching that Occy edit and I said to Dad, I was like, I kind of want a raging bull. Like, I'm very heavy back-footed. I want a raging bull. But then everyone that I've spoken to have turned around and said, you're going to hate it.
Wow.
You're going to hate it. I have not heard, and I'm not, you know, this is not my own review, but every single person I've asked about them has said you will hate it, even though I'm heavy
He's
back-footed.
more hardcore than I was going to be against JS. Because every time I see Occy on one, and I'm sorry, mate, but I just go, can you please get a 656 channel set Finn Dahlberg? Just do it just for us.
Yeah.
You know, look what he did. I wrote this in 97.
Listen,
His skin surfing and the bell stuff.
The best ever.
It just about saved surfing, whatever surfing is. Like, my spirits were just like, it was the best thing. You love a bit of carpet.
Captain's getting a bit excited on the carpet.
We're all...
Persian.
That got us all a little bit high.
It definitely did something. It was an injection.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there were quite a few, and then you even go to when Joel was young, and he was on the Dahlbergs as well.
Yeah.
And he was ripping. What you got to remember is Rodney has always been a little tight. Okay, but he makes quality board. But at the same time, he had Occy that he was giving like 100 boards a year, and then Occy knew where 10 of them were.
Yeah. Two different problems.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Oh, for sure. And I don't think Occy was that great on feedback.
No.
Like, I've even heard that from Rod, because I even wrote on one of Occy's Insta, I love jibing him. I go, what would you know? But I semi-seriously mean that. I go, you're an idiot savant. You're the best of all time. Don't pretend all of a sudden you're going to become an expert, because you're just not. You're just it.
Yeah,
you know,
hey,
don't think you've got to do a podcast and now start explaining, because you just wreck it.
Hey, so, well, you know, we touched on it earlier, but when I came to Bondi, I just wanted to give you or let you give us a reference. I ended up joining. It was like a super team.
Yeah.
And it was called ITN. Now, I know what the words ITN mean. I'd like you to tell the
I stands for in.
Yes.
The T is the, and the last word's N, nude. In the nude.
In the nude.
Hey, chick, you and me in the nude.
Okay.
It was from Simon Law. I'm pretty sure he made it up.
Yeah, okay. And then Spotter really Spot really
took it on.
The freckle.
A duck to water. I mean, if anyone needed any encouragement, Spot Anderson.
To get in the nude.
Straight there.
What? So he's actually surfed in the nude while you're in this
surfed
board
in the nude, turned up in the nude, left in the nude.
You can imagine trying to get away with it these days.
Left in the corner.
Left in the corner in the nude. And he wasn't even sporting that much.
And it had a freckle.
You did. Spot was off tap, mate.
So is that Simon Law?
I'm pretty sure he came up with the name. I know he did. Yeah, he said, hey,
Wait, is that how Spot got the nickname Spot though? Because of the freckle?
I don't know. I mean, he was covered in them.
Yeah. He was a freckle.
He was a freckly man. What a champion.
But basically the first super club or super team,
I reckon it was super team.
Who did you have in there?
Richard Cram?
They're Bondi guys. So, I mean, Bronte was the first one. So, Kerbox was in there.
Yeah.
Coogee, Greg Day. So, that was south. But then we went to Perth. We had Matt Branson and you thought Richard Kelly as well.
Yeah, and me from the sunny coast.
Well, bloody hell.
But I was living in Bondi.
Yeah. But
Hence why Dad's a Roosters supporter, by the way. He gave me a hard time for being a South supporter. Well, word's out now, Robert. You're a Roosters fan.
Yeah, I'm a Roosters fan, but that's not from when I moved to Bondi. I've been a Roosters fan since Artie Beetson.
Maybe ITM was a bit like the modern Roosters.
Oh, but
The
no,
precursor getting
because
ring-ins.
ITN didn't have the money.
or the lattes.
Or
back
the
then.
lattes. No, we just had Spot in the nude.
Yeah. I mean, that club, we got invited to stuff and then banned from stuff.
Yeah, but then Maroubra took it to the next level.
Yeah. A level,
They're just banned.
yeah, that level shouldn't exist.
But they were fun days.
Oh, man. I mean, the Southside. Actually, you were in the Southside, weren't you?
No.
No, so
Queenslander.
yeah, but 87 you were down.
Yeah, but I was just doing.
I'm just trying to get to my win in the Southside in 89.
No,
Come on,
sorry,
it's a lead in.
we'll lead into that. Will no. I'd
There it goes.
already made the main event at the last Stubbies and signed the dotted line that I'd turned professional.
Oh, you'd gone pro.
I'd gone pro.
You hadn't just paid to be pro.
No, that's right.
I
I'd
paid.
won money and they wouldn't let me go back to the amateurs.
You won money.
I won money, and
You still got it?
yeah, if I didn't sign that piece of paper, they wouldn't have given me that $3,000.
It's the devil.
The devil.
3,000 of the devil's
Oh,
monies.
back in '86, that was good money.
I won some money in 87 up at the Stratia Salt. Got an electric toothbrush and Led Zeppelin Houses of the Holy. Is that what it's called? It's a double cassette and a Walkman.
And a Walkman,
What a cleaner.
mate, rock star.
Just straight on the Greyhound. The Skyliner back to Sydney, just go, listening to No Quarter and Moby Dick.
No, I do remember a funny story where we went to WA. Remember the first trip to WA? You and
No, I remember nothing.
you and your brother
I
did.
know nothing.
And I actually, that was the first year where I won a APSA event at.
How'd we get to your
Trig.
win before mine?
Oh, hold on. How we?
Welcome to the podcast with Robbie.
Welcome to the podcast. But that was
Welcome to my Qantas
your brother
record.
basically got scalped.
Oh, my God.
Okay, your brother basically got scalped. He hit the bit of reef on the
Absolutely
inside,
got
and
scalped.
it actually peeled his whole.
Was this Benny?
Yeah, I was running down. He was coming out of the heat, and I was calling him terrible names to call a young man, let alone your brother, going, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Get back out there. You can still, there's time." And he goes, "Nah." And I saw him walk past this cameraman on the beach, and the cameraman looked at his head and went white. I went, "What?" And he goes, "Nah, I put my whole hand in it." And he just turned, it looked like a routed watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just went, bad brother, just went, "Ambulance, ambulance, get an ambulance." And Ben, because we'd flown over there,
Yeah.
and
we
I
were
go, "What do I
slumming it."
do? What do I do?" And Ben goes, "Go on your heat." And I'm like, "Look at me, brother. It's like an axe wound on his head." And I go out in the heat, and my knees are shaking. And I'm like, "What am I doing?" All but paddled in. There's Ben.
Yeah.
I'm going, "How are you back that quick?" And he goes, "I think the drunk was doctor. I think the doctor was drunk." And I'm like,
He just
"No,
stitched me up and said, "Get back."
It's like wool on his
Yeah.
head." And I'm just like, Mrs. Jan Branson took him into hospital at Arvo and said, "Nah."
Yeah, this ain't good enough.
And they said, "Look, if he turns green or grey, you call us." He went green, grey and blue. I couldn't say a word. I'm going, "Don't die, little brother." That was, yeah. So someone hassled him. I can't remember who it was. Might have been, what was Donkey's name?
Damien Idale.
Could have been Damien hassling him.
What was Donkey's
Someone got him
name?
right
You
in
don't-
face.
You don't want to know why he got the name Donkey.
Why do I remember Donkey before his name? So, he over-hassled Ben and got him right in on that reef.
Yes.
And he went for a nuts turn and head first into the reef. And
Yeah. But
Mum sent over the helmets.
that's right.
Yeah.
She did too.
Yeah.
But, you were a lot younger than me, but that was actually my first, that season was the first season where I started winning events because I went from there, won that one, went to the next one, came third, and then went to the next one and won that again.
Wow.
And that was actually the beginning of me going, oh, I am good enough.
How did Richard Kelly let you win over there?
I think he was drunk.
He finally found the bottle.
He found the bottle.
God, he cleaned up that series year after year.
Exactly. I think that was the first year where somebody not from WA cleaned up.
Yeah.
So that was a drug awareness.
Like Margaret River Drug Aware Pro.
Oh, mate, it was the whole series was a Drug Aware Pro series.
They should hold that after Brazil, shouldn't they? The Drug Aware Pro is a bit of a rehab.
I don't know, but the marketing didn't work real well with all the
I was going to ask that. That was going to be my question. How'd the marketing work with that one?
I'm now aware of drugs.
On all levels.
And all it did for me was make me like a high class more aware with drugs. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had money and we were staying where we had TV and a little bit of warmth.
Are you aware of this drug, young man?
It's called living comfortably.
Oh, my Lord.
While all the poor boys were still slumming it.
You were really making off with your $3,000.
Mate, that was
Stretched it
that
out.
was
Probably went a long way back then.
that was 3 for that one. 1.5 for the next one, another 3 for the one after that. I thought I was king.
Oh, could have built a pyramid.
I
Should have started.
I thought I was the king of Egypt.
You were carrying on a little bit older. So that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
That was it. We got to the bottom of it.
There you go. So let's hear about your win in Southside.
Oh, God, let's wind the clock back.
Mate, everything we're talking about is winding the clock back.
Man, I mean, I shouldn't have won it on this level because I remember turning up and a kid, this is so morbid, but a guy had hanged himself. And he was hanging from the bloody basketball ring.
What,
Captain
where the
Pickles.
contest was?
Yeah, and I looked in and saw him and his neck, oh, man, he was that long and hanged.
It's
Dead as a doornail.
Is this where it all turned dark for you, Will?
Well, it's weird. It should have because the guy said, "Why'd he do it?" And I said, "He saw the heat draw." I said, what a thing to say that he'd drawn me in a heat. I mean, if it ever, but I suppose after that, a guy came up and said, "Can I get your photo?" And the bra boys, the young bra boys, are going, "No." And I'm going, "Yeah, I'm the winner." And he goes, "Mate, as soon as he gets that photo back from Rabbit in 3 weeks, you're straight up on the bathroom wall."
Oh.
An old pedo.
Oh.
And I went, well, I hope I'm at the top. As long as it's above 1988's winner of the Southside.
Where was he from? Was he from
He was
Cronulla?
local, yeah.
Oh, he was local.
Yeah. He used to run the ASP. But with that comp, that was the epitome for me, the Southside.
Well, it
And-
was. The amount of good surfers.
Wow.
In
that
the
didn't win
Southside,
it
that-
is off tap.
Oh, mate, off tap.
Yeah.
I mean, Southside consists of Bondi through Cronulla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mate.
Dirty Southside Seas, I call us.
Well,
like
let
a
me
big
tell you,
community.
at that stage, the amount of good surfers was out of control between Bondi and Cronulla.
That's pretty much how we got the whole Bondi reunion going, just from me and Davo talking about
Tell
the
me,
unknown guys.
Did you seem to think that we were a little bit dirty for, sponsors and such, like because we were from Bondi or through to Cronulla and we weren't on the North
North
Shore?
side
The
had it.
North Shore,
They had the cameraman, couldn't do anything wrong.
Mate, I bet there were some pedos there.
Some more, oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, should we drop the name?
No, we
no, won't.
But, the North side, it was like the glamour boys. And didn't quite a few of our guys go, oh, we've got to go live over the North side?
Well, Crammy did that.
Crammy did?
He went out. I ended up surfing for Newport Peak as well, mainly because Crammy did. And I think, did Greenie surf for him or he just used to go over for the photo shoots?
Yeah, Greenie,
Newport
mate.
Peak was a major wave back then.
Well, and Newport had a good team in the end as well.
100%.
Newport Plus.
They almost seem like a super team.
They were.
Who were their ring-ins though? There we go.
Mate,
I suppose Crammy.
Crammy was a ring-in.
Yeah. I was living at Av when I surfed for him, so that was a bit unusual, but it was just because of that Crammy.
Yeah.
You know, Narrabeen, when you left Bondi, there were places you had to go.
Well, didn't even Tom go surf for Newport Plus at one stage, or he's always
He
Narrabeen?
must have been.
I
You
thought
would
he was
have
at Newport.
imagined. He was synonymous with Newport.
Yeah.
That's where he dropped in on me, and I went, it is true. He will drop in on anyone. So I've got the honour of that.
There you go. Well, so they were really fun old days. Okay, now what we want to touch on is, you know, for those that don't know your heritage, I mean, Will is
Hold on. Bloodline.
bloodline.
Let's
Bloodlines
get into the
Bottom
podcast
Turns.
here, Rolly. Come on.
Bloodline. So Will is the younger brother of Greg. Greg was the big famous name with Rodney Daleberg
Yep.
back in the day, making Insight.
Yep.
And then Greg and Rodney split.
Yep.
Okay, you're so much younger than your big brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were
12 years, I think.
12 years. So you were still out there ripping while he was getting into these little different fantasy things with his surfboards. And what made you decide to start making surfboards? Was it just because it was in your blood?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I got a job when I was 23 in a kitchen. And the guy pretty much said, in 6 months, you'll have your apprenticeship. I'll sign a bit of paper and end up doing my back. And I just went, I suppose it was ego, well, bloodlines. But I just went, I've put too much time. My life's over here.
Sorry, mate.
This is a job which I don't like the word job.
Yeah.
So it just seemed obvious to go back in. I went, I'll just start from the bottom. And
Well, listen, your whole family, I mean, from mum and dad, they were invested in everything surf.
I mean, the boys started up here on foamies at Currumbin, I think in about 73 or something. And then when they got home, they wanted a glass board. Dad bought them a planer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he goes, well, make your own. So that's the beginning of it.
So Dad was about as tight as Rodney.
Well, I think so, yeah. I mean, if anyone could, Dad would have had the money to buy him a board, but he's just like, it's
Make
teach a
one.
man to fish, you know?
Yeah, hey, don't go and buy one.
Nah,
Learn to fish.
yeah. So, and
Smart.
there we've got like one of the best shapers that's ever lived.
That's right.
From that.
Yeah, and let me tell you, mate, you're I know you're his little brother, but your boards are looking incredible. You've had some incredible surfers on them. Unfortunately, you've lost a few of those surfers because there's no money in the surfboard industry unless you're a big person like from Brazil or the States, or you got the mega factory going on. And, you've had guys that were riding your boards on the tour, like they've left you and gone on the tour and moved on. How are you going to keep Brandon Davidson? Because I know you've got him for years to come.
Yeah.
But, mate, he is, in my eyes, something very special.
Well, I wish it was more bloodline related, but at least I'm Uncle Will.
True. I think you're more.
I wasn't Uncle Will to the last one.
No, I think you're way more invested in this one, family wise. It might not be blood,
Yeah.
but
But
Brandon's brother,
that's as
father
close as we
is
can
your
get.
brother.
Yeah, oh, bloody oath. We were the two-headed monster at school.
I feel like you still are.
Yeah, you
Oh,
are.
the last night's expedition.
Oh, that. If we ever erupted again, I don't know what it would be like. If Dave and I were like in the old fashion. Like people would see us, chicks would see us from 80 feet away at school.
And run.
And just turn straight
Yeah.
away. In the instant, I went, it can't be that bad.
Mate, I've been out where there's alcohol and I've seen you from 80 feet away and turned.
Yeah. That wasn't last night, was it?
No, we're a little bit older now.
Oh, so Davo, where were we going with him?
Well, we were talking about your surfboards, mate.
Yeah.
Captain, hold on.
So
Captain,
let's
what's going
go,
on?
Let's just go to Bloodlines. I mean,
Well, I think
we're talking about Brandon, and let's talk about his dad, the most underrated
my
surfer
God.
in the 90s that I ever saw.
Well, mate, I'd listen to you. Like, honestly.
He had more style than Tom. He had as much power as Tom.
Man, he was so much the next Tom Carroll.
100%.
And it didn't look like they wanted a next Tom Carroll.
No.
It was like, what are you doing? This guy is so professional. He's doing everything that you want future pro surfers to do. He
Yes.
had his head so screwed on.
Yep.
so tight.
He got so undercooked.
But that's when we saw the APSA end. When
Yes,
we got
true.
off tour, ran out of money, came
Yeah.
home. There was nothing here at home.
No.
The ACC didn't start for years.
Correct.
So Davo got lost in that.
And
a lot of us did.
See, I was fortunate that I'd had 4 years with the APSA, and I went and did the trials around the world for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then Rabbit started his. It was actually the Queensland Championship.
He
circuit.
resurrected it.
He resurrected
Yeah,
it.
yep.
And then he turned it into the ACC, which was 25 events.
It's pretty good.
It was really
I
good.
swear we were nearly an event a week back in the day.
Oh, mate, it was one every 2 weeks minimum.
It was crazy, yeah.
And what did happen, though, unfortunately, and it's what does happen with nearly everything,
You get
somebody starts something off, and then the governing body above it just consumes it.
communism again?
Communism. It got consumed
Yeah.
by Surfing Australia. And it was funny because I'd come off, doing the trials around the world and QSs around the world, and I'd been doing the ACC for a couple of years.
Captain.
What?
Captain's getting whiskey.
See if you can
Oh,
break it.
Captain.
What, you got to do a piss. All right, we better do a quick
Okay.
cut.
All right,
Hang on,
well-
are we in the middle of something though?
Up to you, boys. You're going to remember where you are?
We got,
So we're going to have to fast track this a bit.
yep.
Last night we had a discussion, and again, like sort of circling back way previously in the conversation about like boards, the industry of surfboards,
Yep.
how we should be known in Australia for our board shaping. Can you talk about and just touch on briefly, the impact that your brother's shaping had on the way the technology of surfboards improved over the years, talking about concaves and rockers
Yep.
and stuff like that? Because obviously before then, there wasn't a great deal of variety when it came to boards. There was your length, your width, and your thickness, and that was probably about it, I'd imagine, and your tail shape.
But
Yep.
he got very experimental.
Yeah. Well, 86 was the first concave I rode.
Right.
And it was right before the Capricorn. I just mentioned this on his Insta recently. I said, thanks for not lending that to me. A dead set could have got through a heat. I thought I could have won. And he goes, nah. And he goes, I'm so sorry for not lending it to you. I went, no, it was the most important board probably shaped on the planet for that era.
Yeah.
Everything went, like I rode a V-bottom after it and all you could feel was the stringer in the way.
Oh, you could feel it almost dragging.
Yeah. It was like a fence post. You go, what was that there? How didn't we feel that?
Yeah.
And I remember that when I eventually surfed for T&C for a little bit, Tony Surf said, I worked out what your brother does. He just gets everything out of the way. Like on the bottom of a
Yeah.
board, they just get everything out of the way.
Well, be quite honest. I love the bottom to be perfectly flat. So it just was like glass on glass and
Yep.
it skimmed across the water. And if I had V, it felt like I was dragging an anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then I've got really skinny legs. So a deep concave didn't work for me either. So I if I had a concave, I liked it to be as small as possible.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and if we're going to talk about Greg and me later on, going to the extremes, like
Yeah.
Greg with the banana board, and
Yeah.
the concave decks that I've done, he's done as well. We've gone about as far as you want to go.
What's that latest thing I've seen with Greg? So the board flexes more.
That thing's nuts.
What is that?
I'd like to see the chest bruises you're going to get, but look, if you don't do that,
You don't know.
we wouldn't know.
Correct.
One guy doing one board, like
Yep.
don't throw the
So-
baby out with the bathwater.
So Greg, very experimental.
Yep.
I actually think back through the days where Al Byrne was very experimental
Yep.
with concaves and channel bottoms and
Yeah, he definitely thought about a board differently.
Oh,
Like,
mate.
when he spoke about foil and that, I went,
well,
yeah,
you got to remember he was into aerodynamics.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a pilot.
yeah,
And so that's where he, just perfected that channel bottom.
yeah,
I haven't seen anybody other than maybe his brother make a channel bottom that looks similar.
right, yeah,
Rodney's channel bottoms are totally different.
yep,
Rodney's have a lot more grip, but I don't find that they get the lift that Al's got. Al's would lift and your board would skate.
Well, I think Al had an early concave on the front foot.
Yeah, he did. But a small
It was small, yeah.
concave.
It's about a 16th,
Yes,
whereas Rod still would have had a V.
possibly.
Yeah.
And whenever Al made me one, I'd make sure that it was as close to flat before the channels, just the slightest
Yeah.
concave. Because again, these skinny pins couldn't push a concave.
Well, there actually was a flat bottom period around the concave. Darren McGee.
Yes.
Remember, his boards were all flat.
Yes, they
So
were.
that's your region.
That is.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember the reason I liked that was I come from the sunny coast where the waves are pretty weak compared to everywhere else. And we needed a board to go as fast as possible, not slow down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, if the channels lifted and you had skate under your front
Yep.
foot, you'd go as fast as you could.
Okay, what about belly channels?
Belly channels?
Did you ever have them?
I surfed belly channels when I had twin fins back in the day
Yeah, yeah,
off Kent Manning.
yeah.
And, that basically gave you that skate.
Yeah, yeah.
It lifted.
That instant takeoff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Up and go.
Yeah, yeah.
Sanitarium.
Okay.
Up and go.
So we've gone 6 channels there. Well, the funny thing is, like from Greg's first concave, that's pretty much what Brandon's on now.
There you go.
It's just a single concave.
yeah.
The whole way through.
Yeah, whole way through.
Well, here's something. A double concave. Now, I had no idea, but Alburn said they created the double concave to slow you down
Whoa,
because it's got the V in the middle.
that's interesting thinking.
He was thinking about in Hawaii and that sort of thing, so that you were going that fast in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You actually needed to go a little bit slower so you could actually hold a rail.
So because what they're talking about, like a lot of boards have like a single double concave is what
Yeah.
you see, where it's a single on the front foot transitioning into a double through the back.
Yeah,
and
in
then it
a
peters
single
out.
concave still.
Yeah. But so in Hawaii, I'd imagine it would work in the fact that single concave would help you with the speed off the takeoff and off your
Yes.
bottom turn. Then as you'd be transitioning off the bottom into the top turn, the double would then give you that slower turn or slow you down a bit so then you can engage that rail. Does that sound about right?
Not only to slow you down, but to break the suck of the concave onto the face of the. When you're going that fast, and if you've got
And
a deep
that's-
concave all the way through, you get stuck.
As soon as you talk about Hawaii, you're turning the power up.
Yeah,
So whatever's in your design is going to get exemplified.
yeah.
And I saw that with an early JC gun of Shane Dorian's Hilton Door had.
Oh,
and I
mate.
looked down and I just looked at the last 3 feet and the thing just kept disappearing. And I went, well, that's the secret.
No, JC, legend.
Oh, man, that guy's guns are just amazing.
Oh, mate, every board he made that I looked at Shane Dorian's was just beautiful.
Those little swallowtails, like
Yeah.
just that draw in the last 18 inches is like,
Yeah,
you knew that was a magic.
He was definitely an underrated shaper worldwide.
Oh, for sure.
He didn't make much
I mean,
money.
he was there the whole time,
He
but
was-
never. Well, that's what we were talking about before with the guys leaving, the guy leaving my boards, making the big thing, is it's a bit like Formula One or tennis
Yeah.
tour, as we know from Bobby Martinez.
love Bobby.
God love that talk. Best sentence ever said.
Yeah. Still my
Way
favourite.
ahead of it. Yeah, he sacrificed himself for all of us.
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
saying
and
that.
I think he's the people's champion because of that exact reason.
Absolutely. World champion ever since. Point being that, what was I saying? Yeah. So there's like, once you've got a guy there, they want their McLaren, their Ferrari, their Porsche or Honda guy in the Formula One. So it makes sense to the people listening.
Well,
But with the same argument, someone said, they
Hold
need
on.
to know the shaper's name. And I went, who shapes Felipe's boards? And I don't know.
There's no sharp eye.
hold on.
What's his name?
Marcio something.
I know the anagram of sharp eye. It's-
Yeah, okay. But
Sorry.
let's talk about this. This is where I do believe that these young fellas that aren't loyal to the guy that has helped develop their surfing and worked with them from a young age. Okay, and who is John Pizel? Who rode John Pizel's boards until John?
It's amazing that we've got the same. We've got him alive at the same time you're arguing the other factor. Here's a guy that's been loyal the whole way through.
Whole
and
way
he
through.
knows that this is the thing. What turns up? It's the spirit.
Correct.
So it wasn't just that this guy was riding my boards. It was all my imagination at
Yes.
home in bed thinking that they don't see.
Oh, 100%. No,
And-
hold on. Let's touch that. No, they don't care.
Yeah, once the stars get in their eyes.
Once the stars get in their eyes, they don't care.
The person I'm talking about was told by that many guys in the know, don't lose this. You go to a bigger company, you're never going to talk. He won't shape your board. It
No.
won't be the guy. And you're going to be back of the queue, whereas you were straight through to the shaper.
Yeah.
Well, this is what a lot of people don't realise as well, is they ordering these custom boards off big name companies, and it ain't that person shaping it.
No way.
It's getting pumped out of a machine. It's getting
No
thrown to
way.
a shadow
Go-
shaper.
yeah.
Go
The shadow
shapers.
shaper's gonna go. He's gonna go sand off the rails, and that sander's then gonna pass it off to another
And
glasser.
where's his
and
heart and thought in it?
There's none.
Yeah.
There's none anymore.
We don't even know what that guy's thinking of when he's making the board.
No. It's like what we were talking about last night, because obviously for those that didn't realise, Taj used to ride Greg's boards
Yep.
when he was coming through the junior ranks and an early career in the CT. And that's when he surfed his best. And it wasn't until he got the deal with Fire Eye and went over to there
Yeah.
that it changed his whole surfing. And now, Taj, I'm not having a stab at you, mate. I think you're still one of the best surfers in
Stab
the
was
world.
an interesting word to slip up with.
Okay.
Slip.
But you know what I mean? Like, Taj's surfing when he was on your brother's boards was phenomenal.
It
Probably one
was-
of the most underrated surfers not to win a world title.
Listen, I think it all
Yeah.
comes down to people and their thought on, being a pro surfer is a business. Okay, it is. Because if you're not treating it like a business, you're going to lose.
But saying that, going back to the comment we made about Pizel and John, by John being loyal to John Pizel, not only does it boost Pizel's ratings up now that John's a multiple world champion winner, but it's given Pizel the feedback that he's needed to then evolve his shaping to then kick it with the big guys. Because he's like, I've got this guy that's going to be loyal to me. I want to then expand my knowledge and make sure that my craftsmanship is meeting his needs as a professional surfer. If these
yeah.
guys that are red hot, that are sponsored by, say, yourself, Will, then get a carrot dangled in front of them from someone that's got a big name, like we said, that big name shaper may not be shaping their boards. The quality's not going to be there for them. Sure, they've got the sticker on their board,
Yep.
but then their surfing almost plateaus because there's not as much innovation there because there's no heart and dedication to it.
There's the evidence. There's the evidence.
Hold on, no, I've got some more evidence. Kelly Slater and Al Merrick. Kelly steps off an Al Merrick and goes to these more, well, to tell you the truth, I had no idea who these people were that are shaping boards for him.
Yeah.
Okay? He has never surfed as good as when he
It's-
surfed an Al Merrick because him and Al Merrick had such a relationship.
It's a divorce.
Yeah,
The
100%.
spirit is gone.
Yeah, and let me tell you, how many people you know that are being divorced that are healthy mentally?
The men or the women.
No, anyone, because it destroys their soul.
It does. It's the unknown factor. It's like the trilogy.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it in religion?
It is. It's a trilogy:
It's
the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah. And that's what I was between this person and me. That was the unknown. And it wasn't to be spoken about. You needed to know. And crew did know. Don't ruin this. I don't think that story will happen again for a long time. Like even this with Brandon's different. But it's funny, these are the results of what that design was dreamt of. I dead set dreamt of the board for the Superbank.
Yeah.
For Snapper out here. But it wasn't for him. It was for this guy.
Okay.
So the fruits come for him.
It comes later.
Yeah.
Look,
The reward.
we're gonna have to pack this one up because we've got our next guest coming in. I know we
God,
keep
went
talking
on.
for
We
ages.
should have filmed last night.
But I was going to say, at the end of the day, we're still here tomorrow as well if we want to sit down to a
well,
part two.
we might need to glue some bits together. We'll see how I
100%.
am tomorrow.
You and me both. But I want to ask you one question so you can pass on to anyone that's looking at buying a board. What's some advice you can give them? Because there's so many punters that go out and just buy whatever they bloody can off the shelf or whatever, John's riding, whatever Ethan's riding. What would be advice that you'd give to your everyday punter that wants to actually get a board that's suitable to them?
Simplicity.
Nothing beats the under the arm test.
100%.
It's the
100%.
weirdest one ever.
yeah.
It's the weirdest one ever.
You're right.
Crammy used to turn up, and this is like in the old days of pro surfing. So it was like 2 boards a year. He'd turn up, and the whole Weber family was there, and Crammy would check the board out, look down at all these lines, and then we'd wait for it. Go, here it comes, the Crammy under the arm. You've never seen a board under an arm until you've seen Richard Cram hold a board under the arm. Full performers, just legs apart. And you could hear a pin drop in the house. And you go,
Yeah, it's a good
yeah,
one.
we're on.
It's bizarre because that's exactly how I pick my boards too.
But balance.
Balance.
The feel of the rail.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pick
and
the board up and the
balance.
nose hit the ground, you go like, something's wrong with that.
Yeah, something's really wrong with that.
And the real sick ones, I remember feeling a lot of boards, but it was an Andy Irons one I remember. Ado showed me, and he goes, this is a perfect board apparently. And I just went, dong, and the thing vibrated still, even though it had been surfed for a year or two.
Wow.
But they got this
It still had
harmonic
life.
to them. Dong.
It still had life.
Yeah. And that can come down to the stringer, I reckon, even.
The stringer, the
direction-
foam,
Yeah.
the
just-
density.
Did we go off track again?
No. But like, what you reckon the under the arm test for anyone that like?
I don't know of a better one.
But this is, but this is also like for everyday punters, they may not know.
Yeah, if you want advice, they could just be picking
you
up a
reckon
shopping trolley and going,
Yeah.
that feels good.
Do you reckon go bigger than what they expect? I find a lot of people ride way too small
man,
boards.
I wrote, when I finally got off 6 to 8 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, which was like nearly every board built on the planet after
Yeah.
Kelly Slater,
Yeah.
I wrote 2 3/8. It was 2 3/8. And I went, wake up yourself. You've put on weight. Like, I reckon 5 years I stole from myself just out of pride or
Oh,
being-
Will.
just-
Amen. Amen. I'm now riding 33 litres. And it goes.
I was on 33 litres when I was 110, which could bring us to the carnivore diet, but I don't think we've got time.
That'll be part two.
Hey, I'm 80 kg.
I'm 70. I don't feel 70 today.
and I'm riding 33.
I'm still on 33 when I was 100 kilos, and it was my perfect thing.
Yeah.
But that's 7 years ago, so
You were
age
younger.
has come up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still on 33.
Yeah.
I can't see the
But
reason
you've
to
lost a
leave
lot
it.
of weight.
35 kilos.
There you go.
Part 2.
But you're also, what, 6 years younger than I am? So you're in your
Yeah.
early 50s?
Right there.
Right there.
Just a little bit over 55.
Okay. But, the foam is your friend.
Absolutely.
Okay. We were fortunate enough, or I was fortunate enough to grow up through single fins. My first
Yep,
board was
me
a
too.
7-foot single fin.
Yep.
My next board was a 6'3" single fin at 12 years old. Okay. Then my next board was a 6-foot single fin at 13. Then
Wow.
we went through the twin fin era.
You're
So I
80
was-
years old.
Hey? I'm 80, yeah.
You got a lot of boards.
Mate, I actually,
To bring up Richard Kelly again, I remember in the West, he first turned up with a single fin. Then he turned up next year with the same board, but it was a twin fin. And the next year he turned up and it was a thruster.
and it was the
He
same
kept
board.
the same board, but he's a
but-
ding repair. He just took the fins off and changed the fins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we have to wrap up there because our next guest has rocked up, and I'm gonna have to set all this back up again.
Hey,
So-
Will.
Guy's going to get drunk. sitting
Love
in
you,
this
my
chair.
friend. So good.
See you tomorrow.
No,
I'll see you later.
you'll see us.
See ya,
You'll see us
part
at Brandon's
two.
heat.
We're out there for Brandon's heat, mate. We're here till he wins.
Bloody oath. Oh, shit. Rehab.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh,
right.
oh, it's an APSA get together.
Oh, what?
I got to wrap these two guys up, otherwise
Also,
I'll
yeah,
keep
we
going.
won't stop.
All right. Thanks, guys, for listening. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.